Mike, I'm so delighted that you brought people here who are involved, who need to be empowered, and let us know exactly what needs to be done. So thank you, Mike, for your leadership, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Karen, thank you.
Our next speaker is the Venerable Hong Dot, who is with the Buddhist temple. He's actually from Indiana, but he worked to set up temples in the South, including Biloxi, Mississippi, and he's been working with some of the victims at the temple there.
Good afternoon, Wanda and all. Have a soft word. We appreciate the opportunity to speak to you regarding the Hurricane Katrina impact on our Vietnamese communities, especially people in Biloxi, Mississippi area. So as you have known, in addition to the obvious physical impact, this disaster has also exposed what appeared to be a general lack of responsiveness from also disaster response organizations like FEMA, Red Cross, and so on. The cause may be because of the language and the cultural barriers. So my purpose of talking today to you is describe what I have done in Biloxi and what I have witnessed over there. So I hope that my testimony will help you to make your decision in the effort of helping the people over there. Again, my name is Katrina. I'm a Buddhist monk, originally from southern Indiana, but I have the opportunity to come down there to help the local people in the disaster area for the first week after the hurricane. When I was there, I organized the relief efforts, provide the spiritual needs for the local people, also the distribution of food and supplies, and dispense some cash for them. Actually, we got the cash from our Vietnamese local people in southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky. And presently, I am taking care of a young boy who lost his mother in New Orleans recently. So during this kind of natural disaster, like the other people just mentioned recently, you see that there's some kind of problems. I think the main problem is the language and the cultural problems. The reason why somehow some of us could not get the assistance easily from FEMA, Red Cross, and other non-government agencies. I was there for last couple weeks, and you know the Vietnamese temple was almost damaged because of the flooding. During the flooding, the water went up to the ceiling, and you know that above that there's more than 50 of them. And if the water came up to the top of that temple, all of them would die. But fortunately, the water went down, so somehow they could escape from being drowned. So after the hurricane, many Vietnamese people, because they lost their houses, and so they sought for shelter at our Vietnamese temple. And when I was there, I asked many times the Red Cross and other charities organizations to have portable toilets, portable shower room, cooking facility, and so on. Through many days when I was there, they brought to us the only 2 portable toilets, and the other thing that I request from them, I have not seen even after that. And even up to now, there are many people, because their house was destroyed, they could not go back to their home. So the reason why they still stay at the Buddhist temple, and they don't have mosquito nets to protect from this kind of disease. So I asked many times about this kind of request, but somehow they could not bring anything yet. So so basically, I like to ask your help because our Buddhist communities plus the Catholics or the Baptist communities will have the limited resource. So I hope that after listening to these testimonies, you could pay attention on the needs of the local people, especially in the disaster area. And again, I'd like to thank for allowing me to speak today, and we're happy to answer any question you may have. And before I start, I think some of you have read some of the articles from St. Louis Post or the Chicago Tribune that mentioned about my work. Immigrants ignores that. That means that somehow during my times over there, I tried to speak up for the victims, but somehow they could not pay attention much. I mean, I'm talking about the FEMA. Especially in one case, I tried to contact with the director of the FEMA office in Balaxi, but somehow his assistant didn't want me to talk with him directly. So again, thanks for your attention, and please extend your arm to help the victim over there. Thank you.
We had invited someone from Hope Clinic, which is the only Asian American community health organization in the Gulf area.